Students, welcome back to Mathways Java programming tutorials. In this video, I'll be explaining labeled, unlabeled, break and continue in nested loops. Let's see the contents: nested loops, break in nested loops, Java programs with break, continue in nested loops, Java programs with continue. A loop inside the body of another loop is known as a nested loop, which we have seen this. Now, the break statement, which is also known as unlabeled break, sends the control out of a loop or a switch statement. And the unlabeled continue statement forces early iteration of the loop. In nested loops context, the break and continue keywords are termed as unlabeled, labeled break, and unlabeled, labeled continue, respectively. Now, break in nested loops. In this context, the unlabeled break in the inner loop terminates the inner loop only, not the outer loop. And the unlabeled break in outer loop terminates the outer loop and also the inner loop. Now, in order to break the outer loop from inner loops, a labeled break is used. Now, what is the labeled break? It's an identifier or name. This name is defined just before the outer loop, followed by a colon. Once if it is defined, can be used along with the break statement in the inner loops to send the control out of all the nested loops. Syntax is break followed by the identifier defined. Now let's see a Java program. Now let us understand the two concepts here. First one is unlabeled break in the inner loop terminates the inner loop only, but not the outer loop. And the second one is on executing the break statement in the inner loop, control will be transferred to the outer loop. Now, this main method has two simple statements. One is at the beginning, that is demo unlabeled break will be printed once, and at the end of the program will be printed at the end. Now, there are two for loops here, nested. First for loop, r is 1, r less than equal to 4, r plus plus. 4 times this loop is supposed to work. Now the second for loop, j is 1, j less than equal to 4, j plus plus, supposed to work 4 times, but there is a break statement when j is 3. So r is 1 will be printed, j1, j2 will be printed, j3 break, the control will be transferred to the outer for loop. Then r is 2 printed, j1, j2 printed, j3 break transfers control to the outer loop, that is r became 3 now. Now again j1, j2, 4, j1, j2. Let's execute this demo unlabeled break program and see whether it is giving the same output or not. See, r is 1, j is 1, j is 2, r is 2, j is 1, j is 2, because the inner loop is having a statement called break. So control is transferred to the outer loop and r became 2, 3, 4, end of the program. Now, what if we give here r is 3? We are giving the outer loop control variable, counter variable, as a part of inner. Still, it transfers control out of the inner loop, even if we have used r in the break statement. How? Let's see the dry run. R is 1 printed. J1, 2, 3, 4 will be executed because break is based on when R is 3. So, when R is 1, J1, 2, 3, 4 printed. When R is 2, J1, 2, 3, 4. When R is 3, break the inner loop only and transfer the control to the outer loop. Then R becomes 4. Then J1, 2, 3, 4. So, inner loop only. Break in the inner loop transfers control out of the inner loop. Let's execute this program and see. See, R is 1, J1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. R is 3, break the inner loop and then transfer the control to the outer loop. So R is 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is about inner loop transferring. What if we have, instead of this, here we want to have this break statement. Let me copy. It's not copying. Okay. Control C. And then over here we want to give control K. When R is 3, break, where is it? In the outer for loop. So R is 1, J will be printed 1, 2, 3, 4. R is 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. R is 3, break the outer loop. Outer loop means there is no question of going into the inner loop here. Okay, let's execute this part. Okay. See, when R is 3, break the outer loop. This is about unlabeled break. And if we want labeled break, we have created a label called outer just before the outer for loop. It can be any name. And it should be just before the outer for loop from where we want to come out. See, if I put it over here, it gives an error. Should be declared just before the loop from where we want to come out of. Send the control out of the loop. Now look at this. I is 1, I less than equal to 5. I is being printed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But for each iteration, J is there. J1, J till 4. If J is 3, break outer. So first time 1, J1, J2, J3, break outer, come out of all the loops. Let's execute this program and see. Void main. See, I is 1, J1, J2, but when J is 3, break outer means the entire loop structure. From the structure only it came out because of the labeled break. What is it? Break outer. Outer is the label. And break outer means come out of all the loop structures. This is what is labeled break. Now you see this program and guess the output. I'll show you the output also. Here, 3 loops are there. One is outer loop, one more inner loop, 3 nested loops. But outer or ABC, any name we can give. Outer ABC, let's suppose. Here it should be control K. Outer ABC should be defined. Outer ABC, any name. Control K. Now, this outer ABC is declared or defined just before the second for loop. So, When break outer ABC is given, it comes out of the second for loop only, but outermost for loop works. So guess the output. I'll just show you the output here so that you can match. See, I is 1, J is 1, K is 1, 2. I is 2, J is 1, K is 1, 2. So you just find out what it is. Now continue in nested loops. In the nested loops context, unlabeled continue in the inner loop transfers control to the beginning of the inner loop only, and unlabeled continue in the outer loop transfers control to the beginning of the outer loop. But a labeled continue, as you know already, it will be defined just before the outer loop followed by a colon. And this identifier is used along with the continue statement to send the control to the beginning of the outer loop from nested loops. Syntax is continue followed by the identifier. Let's see a Java program. Let's see demo unlabeled continue program. In the main method, two for loops are there. Outer for loop, I is 1, 2, 3, 3 times it works. Inner for loop, 4 times it is supposed to work. But unlabeled continue is there if J is to continue. So when I is 1, J is 1 only. Continue when J is 2. And then J is 2 will not be printed. But J is 3, J is 4 will be printed. Similarly, for I2 and I3 iterations, it happens. Every time J is 2 forces early iteration of the loop, of the inner loop. So let's execute and see this program. See, I is 1, J is 1, J is 3, J is 4. Because continue is there when J is 2. I is 2, similar output. I is 3, similar output. What if we have this continue statement in the outer for loop? When I is 2, continue. Now what happens? When I is 1, it's not 2, so I is 1 printed. J works 4 times. J 1, 2, 3, 4. When I is 2, continue forces early iteration of the outer for loop. And I becomes 3 then. When I is 3, it is printed and J 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's execute the program and see demo unlabeled continue. So when I is 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. When I is 3, because I2 then continue, force the early iteration of the outer for loop. Now let's see demo labeled continue. We have created a label called ABC just before the outer for loop. I should work 3 times. And I is 1 first time printed. J 1, 2, 3, 4. When I is 2 in the inner for loop, we are saying continue ABC. That means force the early iteration of the ith loop. That means this entire thing will not be executed because this is the labeled continue. I becomes 3, then no problems over here. So J 1, 2, 3, 4 will be printed. See this void main. When I is 2, forces early iteration of the outer loop only because of labeled continue. So this is about labeled and unlabeled break and continue statements. Refer Chapter 9 of Basics in Computer Applications for further understanding and practice exercises. The next video is about complex series programs and simple pattern programs using nested loops in Java. Thank you.